Hey guys, what is up? Welcome back to my channel. Yeah guys, new hair. What do you think? It's new. Definitely still getting used. Also, just don't watch my bed. I'm like cleaning all my sheets and blankets, so yeah. I'm super excited for today's video. I'm a little late to the whole school videos situation, but they're here. So I'm excited for this video because I feel like it just worked best and it was something that I actually wanted to put out. I've been trying to not do videos that I feel like forced to film, if that makes sense, or just putting out because I feel like I should. This video I really want to make, and I feel like it would be very helpful to a lot of first years. So yeah, it's just gonna be tips on how to have like the best first year of like university. If that sounds interesting to you, then please continue to watch. Before I get into that, I just wanted to mention that I do go to Ryerson University in Toronto, and I'm studying graphic communications management. I am in my second year. However, I guess it's my third year at Ryerson. I studied business originally, wasn't too much of a fan, so I switched over. But yeah, so I would say that I have a pretty good understanding of the whole university, the whole, I guess, university world, if that makes sense. So yeah, if any of this sounds really interesting to you guys, or you're curious, or just want to kind of hear my experience, then please continue to watch. So my first tip is get involved. Every time someone asks me what's your best tip for having a good university experience, my number one tip is get involved. I cannot stress this enough. I think it's so important, and I found that doing this has made me have the best couple years in university. I've actually found that the people who don't tend to get involved and usually go to school, like go to class and then just go straight home, are usually the people who don't necessarily always have the best experience. If that is all you want to do, if you just want to go to class and go home, that's totally cool. That's just your vibe, that's what you want. But for me personally, I knew that I wanted to make my university experience the best that it could be, so that is why I got involved. So I'm a part of two clubs at Ryerson. One of them is just like a Ryerson club, and then the other one is my programs club or course union. I absolutely love both. I'm heavily involved in both, I would say. Construction again going on. There's construction. Can you stop? I don't want to close my window, it's too hot. I'm really wearing like a whole knitted sweater. So reasons to get involved: you're meeting people with similar interests. I never really took this in, but usually when you sign up for a club, which by the way there are a variety, I'm sure your whichever school you're going to, I'm sure has a variety of clubs that you can choose from, and usually you choose the ones that you find interesting. So yeah, I just chose what I felt like was most interesting to me. And if you guys are like worried or scared, please don't be, because know that you can get out whenever you want. I think in my second year of university, I literally like signed up for multiple clubs and I only stayed dedicated to two. Know that you're totally free to like leave if you're just not comfortable, or you just don't want to do it anymore, if you feel like it's too much. Don't feel like you're trapped or you have to stay in. But yeah, I also recommend this because you tend to feel more at home. You feel like you know your place, and because you're joining things that interest you, you're finding people who like the same interests, and those people tend to be your lifelong friends, or just your main group of friends that you have in university. So yeah, get involved. That is literally, I'm telling you, the best way. And do not let your stress or worries get in your way, because just remember, you can always say no if you're not comfortable, or if you're just not feeling it anymore, you can always leave. So yeah, my second tip is go out with friends after class, and also go to events. Essentially just go out. I'm not necessarily saying like go out to like parties or whatever. Like, I mean, if that's your vibe, then by all means, but personally that just wasn't me. I'm not like into that partying scene. However, for me, I absolutely loved going, to eat food or grab ice cream with like my friends after class. It was something small, but it was just like a nice way to like kind of celebrate the end of the day, I guess, and just also get to know each other a little more. Also going to events that your school might hold or that your club may hold. Those I really recommend as well. Yeah, like if like one day out of the week you and your friends want to catch bubble tea, or maybe get ramen, or like restaurant ice cream, blah blah blah, there's a bunch of varieties. I definitely recommend that. It's just really fun and intimate. And yeah. Number 3, learn when to say no. So this is kind of opposite from the second tip, but essentially why I'm saying this is because sometimes we tend to feel like we can do a bunch of things, and then all of a sudden we get swamped with a lot of things, and then we never have time to spend time with the people we love, but also with ourselves. And I think that's so important. Remember the reason why you're at school, and that's to get your education. I obviously know that I'm in school for a reason. I'm paying for this tuition. I obviously don't want it to go to waste. So yeah, just know when to say no. There's gonna be a lot of times where you feel like you have to go out, or you should go out because you have this fear of like missing out, but it's not the end of like the world. Events will come again. You will go to another event you might like more. So do not be scared to say no. Yeah, just know your priorities, and you'd be surprised the amount of people around you who also feel the same way. Just keep that in mind. Number 4, be organized. I can't stress this enough. Like, I'm so serious. It is so important to be organized. I definitely can't tell you how to be studious. I think everyone works in a different way. I personally am not much of a procrastinator. That just works for me, but I know a lot of people who are a procrastinator and that works for them. So I'm not gonna tell you what's better. However, I do recommend not procrastinating just because it's a little more stress-free. So there's like 3 main things that I would say is very important when it comes to being organized. One is have an agenda. So this is my agenda. I got this from, I think, Indigo. This has literally been my lifesaver. So this is sort of like an example of something I do. So for each month, I just write down the courses that I'm taking, highlight which ones for each one, and then I just write down what's due on what day. And then yeah, this was literally what just kept me on track. It kept me together. I'd also write down just like reminders for like specific days. It just really helps me. I'm personally like, if you guys prefer doing that like digitally, like online, that's also another option, but I personally like writing it down. Yeah, there's something nice about being able to check things off. It makes you feel like you're getting things done. It helps me so much just because when there's a bunch of things on my mind, especially when you're involved in other things that are outside of school, it keeps you like kind of just at bay, and instead of like thinking about all the things you have to do, you can just open up your agenda, see what you have to do, and that's literally it. That also kind of just goes in with like the second thing, and that's like planning. Plan when you're gonna get things done. I feel like in university, if you don't do one thing, it kind of just overlaps and overlaps and overlaps. So I really recommend to try not to procrastinate, but again, whatever works best for you guys. So my third thing that I'd recommend when it comes to being organized, is have a divider. I saw this in like a video and I really was like, do I really need it? I'm very happy that I did get it. There's a lot of like hard copy things for my specific program, so this is very helpful. So I believe it's like a 6 split binder thing, and I just have like my specific courses for each little slot, and then I just put it in there. It just keeps things organized, and all your notes and whatever it is all in here, literally, and you don't have to like stress or worry about where it is. It's just straight up right here. So my 5th and final step is talk to your professors. I can't stress this enough. Not gonna lie, it can be intimidating talking to your professors, especially when some of them aren't helpful. For like my main courses, I definitely like to make sure that my professors know my face, know who I am, which can be intimidating sometimes, especially if you do poorly on a specific assignment or test. but it's still good to do. I have this one professor who I always go to. He just makes all his students feel really comfortable, so I'm not stressed ever to like go up to him. At this point, he just knows that I never want any trouble. Like when I go to him, it's just that I want to understand where I went wrong. You'd be surprised. Profs really appreciate that. Some of them might even boost your grade. They just appreciate seeing your work ethic and that you're trying. That is it for today's video, guys. I really hope that you guys enjoyed it or that it was helpful at all. For me, this is what worked best. My first semester was really tough and I had to learn the hard way, so I really hope that these steps were helpful at all. I really hope you guys enjoyed this video and I hope you guys have an awesome day. Please don't forget to subscribe, like, and comment and join the family. Have a great day, guys, and see you in my next video. Bye.